Hello everybody, welcome to Adventures with Medfords. My name's Joe, and today we're looking at the Smooth Criminal Auto from Medford Knife and Tool. This is the auto version of the Smooth Criminal, which is a flipper also with a button lock. It's rocking an S35 VN blade with 6061 T6 hard anodized aluminum handles. This one was actually provided from Medford, so thank you very much to Medford Knife and Tool for letting me test and evaluate this one. It's a really nice EDC offering from Medford. It's small-ish, and I say ish because, I mean, despite it being smaller than most Medfords, it is still 0.15 inches thick on the blade and over half an inch for the handle, not including the clip. Despite that, though, it is still only 3.6 ounces. It's very light for how stout it is. The stoutness, though, really lends itself to the ergonomics. Not gonna lie, when I first saw the Smooth Criminal come out, I wasn't a huge fan of it. The profile didn't grab me. I'm not a really big fan of button locks or out-the-side autos, but when I got this in a month ago and got it in hand, I was like, oh, I see. I get it now. Like, I get why everybody loves this knife. It's so capable for everyday carry, for food prep. I mean, look at that belly, which is where it sits in hand. It lends itself to really good food prep, to really good EDC. I mean, I've been using it to open boxes and pack lists and stuff like that. I haven't really been hard using it just because I'm not really in that environment very much. But also, this knife isn't really made for hard use. It's made for exactly what I've been using it for, what I think most people are using it for. You know, just regular everyday carry. Just getting your EDC tasks done. And goodness, sorry, I gotta show this. I'm a sucker for grind lines. The grind lines on this particular one are just sexy as all get out. Sorry, I love grind lines. Oh, and that logo. The logo itself, when I got this in, I thought it was actually scratched. But then I was taking some close-up photos of it, mainly to get those grind lines. But then I noticed that the logo, it's a bullet going through it. And I checked with Jeff at Medford. He said that's to denote the auto version. I was kind of hoping it was referencing my "Don't Bring a Gun to a Knife Fight" video, but alas, I'm not that lucky. It's got the spring clip, which slides in and out of pocket very easily, yet still has really good retention. I haven't had it come out of pocket at all, even rubbing up against stuff in the warehouse. You've got a lanyard loop if that's your thing. This one is rocking the old school small pivot hardware, which is a spanner number 4. The new ones, or at least the ones that are the non-auto, I don't know if the auto will always have this one, but the newer iterations of the Smooth Criminal have the Torx T30 pivot hardware, which is also the same for the newest iteration of the Slim Midis and the Midis and some other models from Medford. Some Allen heads on the back here for the construction screws, and another size Allen for the clip. So very capable, very solid EDC knife. Despite there's no jimping on the blade, there's none on the handle, and it really doesn't need it. I mean, it also kind of lends itself to the name, the Smooth Criminal, but it really doesn't need the jimping, because I mean, my hands I typically wear a Mechanics brand glove, size medium, but honestly, like a medium plus would be perfect. So I hope that's a good reference for you in terms of hand size, but it just locks into my hand really well. I have no doubt that this is going to stay in my hand no matter what. Especially, again, this isn't really designed for hard use, but if you had to use it in that capacity, it of course could function that way, and it would stay in your hand very well. It fires out with some good authority, but it's not going to come out of your hand. I mean, I'm just using my pinchers here, and it comes out really nicely. It doesn't fire so hard that it's going to fall out of your hand, but also it's got a strong enough spring where it's always going to open. So very solid EDC. Speaking of solid, I usually can force some blade play. There is nothing, absolute solid lockup, which is really nice considering, one, it's a button lock, and two, it's an auto. I mean, zero blade play, let's be honest, that's expected from Medford. So you're gonna, I mean, that's just gonna happen no matter what. But we have we got the MKT logo on the clip here, the production number, and if I haven't said already, the S35 VN blade. Let me just get some size comparisons here. This first one is, I guess, more of a size contrast rather than a size comparison. Got the Medford Knife and Tool USMC Fighter Flipper. And then we'll do the American Service Knife Jefferson. So we kind of got, you know, kind of one from every brand family. You got the Medford Knife and Tool, MKT-USA, and ASK. So the ASK is actually really close in size, at least overall length. So we'll stick with similar lengths. We'll do the Ontario Rat 2, and probably this one has the closest to overall length to the Smooth Criminal, the Kershaw Leak. Let me get another orange one out here. This is the I don't think I've shown this one yet. K-Bar Dozier. Definitely not the same. I mean, these are not the same caliber as Medford, but if you're going for just, you know, what might be in your EDC collection. Let's see, what else we got? There's a little bit out of left field, but we got the O-Knife Drever. I like orange and blue, so I thought I'd bring out a blue one. More than orange and blue, though, as is tradition on my channel, I think. I'm gonna go with some tuxedo, you know, black and silver knives. These are my favorites outside of Medford, that I currently have in my collection. Benchmade Bug Out and the Spyderco PM2. So pretty close to the Bug Out. Bug Out's a little bit longer, and obviously it's gonna be about half the weight. But yeah, so overall, I mean, if I were to buy one, I would get the manual action, but that's just my personal preference. I've seen the action on, I haven't held one in hand, but I've seen the action on the non-autos, and they you know, very smooth, as it should be, Smooth Criminal. But yeah, so that's the auto version of the MKT-USA Smooth Criminal Auto. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.